UPBEAT Starter Students Book by Ingrid Freebairn, Jonathan Bygrave and Judy Copage. Published by Pearson Longman. CD 2. Unit 5. Work. Lesson 5A. I don't work here. Exercise 1. Listen and repeat. Then match pictures 1 to 8 with the words in the box. Which words are not in the pictures?
Actor, artist, builder, chef, doctor, electrician, farmer, housewife, model, musician, nurse, plumber, police officer, reporter, secretary, shop assistant, teacher, waiter, waitress.
Exercise 2. Listen and read. Complete the dialogue with the correct phrases from the box. Sam, Erin, Josh and Polly are in the youth club cafe.
OK, guys, here are your snacks.
Thanks. Hey, Zach, where do you work in the daytime?
Well, I don't work here at the youth club. I work in a hospital. I'm a nurse.
So you're a youth club leader, a nurse and a waiter.
Very funny.
Where do you come from?
I come from South London, but my parents come from Cuba.
Cuba? Cool.
Yes, but they don't live there now. They live in New York.
Do you speak Spanish?
Yes, I do. And a bit of Italian.
Hey, Zach, the tap's broken.
Sorry, don't look at me. I'm not a plumber.
Lesson 5B. He works outside. Exercise 2. Read the article. Where is the drawing?
Street art lives. Believe it or not, this is a drawing on a pavement. The artist is Julian Beaver. Julian Beaver comes from the UK, but he lives in Belgium now. Where does he work? He doesn't work inside in an office or a factory. He works outside on the street. What does he do? He's a pavement artist. He makes 3D, three-dimensional drawings on pavements in cities all over the world. Julian makes his drawings with chalk. He works 8 hours a day. How long does a drawing take? One drawing takes about 3 days. When it rains, the drawing disappears. Luckily, he takes a photo of every drawing.
Exercise 4. Pronunciation. Does. A. Listen and repeat.
Does. Doesn't. Come. 1.
B. Listen and underline the sounds in the sentences. 1.
My mum comes from London.
2.
My brother doesn't speak Russian.
Exercise 8. Listen and repeat. Then match the jobs to the places of work.
Building site. Factory. Farm. Hospital. Office. Restaurant. School. Shop.
Exercise 11. Listen to a radio quiz and guess the job. Then play the same game in groups.
Welcome to Guess the Job. You can ask 10 yes-no questions. Team A, you start.
OK, my first question. Is this usually a man's job?
Yes, it is.
Does he work in a factory?
No, he doesn't. That's 2 questions.
Does he work in an office?
No, he doesn't.
Does he work outside?
Yes, he does. 4 questions.
Is he a police officer?
No, he isn't. 5 questions.
Does he work on a building site?
No, he doesn't.
Does he work in a town?
No, he doesn't. 7 questions.
Does he work in a place with animals?
Yes, he does.
Is it an important job?
Yes, it is. 9 questions.
OK, I think I know what the job is.
Well, can you guess the answer?
He's a vet.
Lesson 5C. I don't like him. Exercise 2. Listen and read. How many film stars do they talk about?
Look at those weird faces.
It's a quiz. Guess the famous people. I think number 1 is Jim Carrey. What do you think of him?
I love him. I think he's really funny. What about you?
I don't like him. I think he's boring.
I think number 4 is Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes. I like them. He's a brilliant actor, and she's good too. What do you think of them?
I like her, but I'm not sure about him. Uh-oh, that's Russell Crowe.
I hate him. I think he's awful.
Me too. Look at his face.
Exercise 8. Listen and repeat. Then practice the conversation in groups.
What do you think of Nicole Kidman, Danny?
I don't like her. I think she's boring.
Me too. What about you, Maria? I think she's great.
Lesson 5D. The right thing. Exercise 3. Read and listen to the article about the people. Then answer the questions. What is the right thing to do? Sally.
Sally lives in Leeds. She is 16 years old. She gets a Saturday job at the Mega Pizza restaurant. She likes the job and works hard. The customers like her. After 2 weeks, Sally breaks some glasses by accident in the kitchen. The manager, Mr. Hammond, doesn't see.
Edward.
Edward lives in Leeds. He is also 16 years old. He gets a Saturday job at the Mega Pizza restaurant. Edward has got 5 brothers and sisters, and his family is poor. At the end of one evening, there are 3 uneaten pizzas on the kitchen table in the restaurant. Edward wants the pizzas for his family.
Madeline.
Madeline lives in Leeds. She is 15 years and 9 months old, and she's in Year 11 at school. She wants a job at the Mega Pizza restaurant. She goes to the restaurant and talks to Mr. Hammond. He asks her age.
Exercise 5. Listen and read the summaries. There are 2 mistakes in each summary. Correct the mistakes. Sally.
Sally,
Yes, Mr. Hammond.
can you bring me 6 glasses, please?
Yes, Mr. Hammond. 6 glasses. Oh no!
Is everything okay, Sally?
Yes, Mr. Hammond. Everything is fine. Where's the bin?
Edward.
Thanks for your hard work today, Edward.
That's okay, Mr. Hammond. See you next Saturday.
Yes. See you next Saturday.
Oh, look. 3 pizzas. Mr. Hammond,
Yes, Edward?
there are 3 uneaten pizzas on the table. Can I take them home for my family?
Yes, of course you can, Edward.
Thanks, Mr. Hammond.
Madeline.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Hammond?
Yes, I am. Are you Madeline Clark?
Yes, I am.
Nice to meet you, Madeline. Please, sit down.
Thank you.
So, you want a job as a waitress? Is this your first job?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Are you still at school?
Yes, I am.
And how old are you?
I'm 16.
All right. Well, tomorrow is Saturday. Can you start tomorrow?
Yes, I can.
Good. See you tomorrow.
Great. Thanks, Mr. Hammond.
Unit 6. Daily Life. Lesson 6A. What time does it start? Exercise 1. Listen and read. Complete the dialogue with the correct phrases from the box.
What time does the tour start?
At 11:30.
And what time is it now?
It's 25 past.
Come on, hurry up. We're late. And the tour is only 30 minutes.
In Wembley Stadium.
Welcome to London's Wembley Stadium, home to the England football team.
When's the next match?
It's on Saturday. It starts at 3 o'clock. It's the English FA Cup final. And this is a copy of the FA Cup.
Can I hold it?
Sure.
Thank you. And Sam Blake, the famous Chelsea captain, lifts the FA Cup. Way! Amazing!
Sam, grow up.
Exercise 3. Listen and repeat.
6 o'clock. 6:05. 6:10. 6:15. 6:20. 6:25. 6:30. 6:30. 25 to 7. 20 to 7. 7:15. 10 to 7. 5 to 7.
Lesson 6B. I'm never late. Exercise 1. Listen and repeat. Then match the routines to the pictures, A to O. Which routines are not in the pictures?
Brush my teeth. Do my homework. Get home. Get up. Go to bed. Go to school. Go to sleep. Have a shower. Have breakfast. Have dinner. Have lunch. Leave school. Listen to music. Phone a friend. Read in bed. Play computer games. Wake up. Watch TV.
Exercise 3. Read about a Russian teenager's daily routine and complete the gaps with the clock times. Then listen and check.
Sharing cultures. What's it like to be a teenager in modern Russia? This week, 15-year-old Anton Morozov from Moscow tells us about his daily routine.
My morning is the same every day. I always get up at 8 o'clock. Then I have a shower and brush my teeth. I have breakfast with my parents at about 8:30 a.m. We usually have cereal, eggs and bread, but we sometimes have pancakes with honey and sour cream. That's my favorite breakfast. Then my grandmother arrives and my parents go to work. In Moscow, students go to school in the morning or the afternoon. I don't go to school in the morning. I usually do my homework and then I play computer games. I go to school in the afternoon, after lunch. On the way, I often phone my friends. School starts at 1 o'clock. I'm never late. I like to be early. At the end of the day, I leave school at 6:30. When I get home at 7 o'clock, I'm tired and I'm usually very hungry. After dinner, I listen to music and then watch TV. My favorite program is Big Brother. I go to bed at 9:30 and read in bed. I'm hardly ever asleep before 10:30.
Exercise 7. Listen to Josh and Polly. What's the difference between Josh's routine at bedtime and Polly's routine?
Oh dear. I'm always tired in the morning.
Why? What time do you go to bed?
Well, I usually go to bed at about 9:30.
That isn't late. That's quite early.
I know, but I play computer games in my bedroom.
Ah.
And then I listen to music in bed. I never go to sleep before 11. What about you?
I go to bed at 10, but then I read in bed, and I sometimes watch TV. I usually go to sleep at about 11:15.
Lucky you. I haven't got a TV in my room.
Lesson 6C. Twice a week. Exercise 1A. Do the good and bad habits quiz. Note your answers.
The good and bad habits quiz. Have you got good habits or bad habits? Do the quiz, then check your score. 1. How often do you get up early? 2. How often do you eat fast food? 3. How often do you see your grandparents? 4. How often do you watch TV? 5. How often do you eat some fruit? 6. How often do you go to bed very late? 7. How often do you read a book or a magazine in English? 8. How often do you play computer games? 9. How often do you play a sport or exercise? 10. How often do you text a friend in class?
Exercise 4. Pronunciation. O. Often. A. Listen and repeat.
Often. Got. What. Watch. Lot. From.
B. Listen and underline the O sounds. 1.
Do you watch a lot of TV?
2.
Where's John from?
3.
What have you got in your bag?
4.
It's not often hot in winter.
Exercise 5A. Listen to Simon and Hannah. How many good habits has Simon got?
Hi, Hannah. How are you?
Hi, Simon. I'm fine, thanks. What's that? A burger?
Yeah, it's nice. Do you want one?
Yuck. No, thank you. I don't eat fast food.
Really? Never?
No, never. How often do you eat fast food?
Twice a week? 3 times a week?
Twice or 3 times a week? That's not very good. What do your parents say?
I don't tell them.
You've got some bad habits, Simon. How often do you eat fruit?
Probably once a month.
Once a month? That's awful. I eat fruit every day.
But I don't like fruit. I like burgers and hot dogs and pizza.
Okay. But how often do you play a sport?
Every day.
Every day? Wow, that's great. I play a sport about twice a month.
That's not very good.
I know. I've got 1 or 2 bad habits.
Only 1 or 2?
Well, maybe 3.
Exercise 6. Listen and repeat. Then practice the conversation in pairs.
How often do you exercise? Every day.
Every day? Wow, that's great.
What about you? How often do you exercise?
About once a month.
Really? That's not very good.
Lesson 6D. The British School Day. Exercise 1. Listen and read about Guy Proctor and school life in the UK. School life.
14-year-old Guy Proctor goes to a secondary school in Leeds. This is his school day.
1.
Guy leaves home at 8:15 and walks to school. His first lesson starts at 9 a.m. All his lessons are 1 hour. After the second lesson, he has a short 20-minute break. Then there are 2 lessons before lunch. His best subjects are science and IT.
2.
Lunch is at 1:20. He always has lunch in the school canteen. Some students have a packed lunch, usually sandwiches, but Guy likes a hot meal. On Wednesday, he has a quick lunch because he's got computer club.
3.
There's always one lesson in the afternoon. It finishes at 3:10 p.m. Twice a week, on Wednesday and Friday, Guy plays football after school. He's in the school team, so he often plays a match on Saturday afternoon too.
4.
Guy has an hour's homework every day. He usually does it in his bedroom after dinner, but he sometimes gets up early and does it before breakfast.
Exercise 5A. Listen to a radio programme about Jack, a British boy at school in Brazil, and complete the table.
Hello, welcome to your school day. In today's programme, we talk to Jack. He's British, but he lives in Brazil. Jack speaks English and Portuguese, and he goes to a Brazilian school. Hi, Jack. Welcome to the programme.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
Now, Jack, you're British, but you go to school in Brazil. Is a Brazilian school very different from school in the UK?
No, it isn't very different. We learn the same subjects, like maths and science, but it's all in Portuguese.
Is that okay?
Yes, I speak quite good Portuguese now.
Tell me about your school day. What time do you leave home?
I leave home at 7:30.
7:30? That's early.
Yes, school starts at 8 o'clock.
Where do you have lunch? Is there a school canteen?
No, there isn't. We eat in our classroom.
OK. What do you have for lunch?
I usually have sandwiches and an apple.
And what time does school finish?
We usually finish at 2 o'clock. After school, I play football and then I go home at 4. Brazilians are crazy about football.
Unit 7. Giving help. Lesson 7A. Can you run 5 kilometres? Exercise 2. Read the leaflet. Which do you think is the best charity event? The sports event, the talent show, the art show, or the food stall?
Charity Weekend. Every year, Parkside Youth Club has a charity weekend for Friends of the Earth. This year, it's on April the 25th and 26th. What can you do? Sports event. Can you run 5 kilometres? Ask your family and friends for 50p for every kilometre that you run. Maybe you can't run, but can you swim? Ask people for 50p for every 100 metres that you swim. Talent show. Can you sing or dance? Maybe you can play a musical instrument or juggle. Join our talent show and help to sell tickets. Art show. Some people can't sing or dance very well, but they can draw, paint, or take good photographs. Organise an art show at your school. Then sell the artwork. Food stall. Can you cook? Cook a dish for the food stall at the youth club and sell it to your friends.